Alright, I'm going to show you guys how to break apart these modem batteries. This is a modem battery, and it's got three 2.2 milliamp hour batteries in it. They are used, and the capacity is different on each battery most of the time. So what I need to do is break it open. So what you need to do is get your pliers right on the edge there, right on this edge, and you want to make it on the other side too. Line up the bottom and the top of the end. That way you'll get a clean break. Let's hope I can do it right. And see how it breaks apart the case? And you can only do it on three sides. Because this is the connector side that charges it, and you don't want to short that out, because then you'll have yourself a fire on your hands. Now it's just easy. Once you get this end broken apart and the sides pretty much done, you can just take your and peel it apart. Now, big thing you need to know. First, never stick a screwdriver in the side and pry it open. You'll rip the cover on these and have to recover. And never, like I said, cut this corner with the pliers, because it will short out the batteries and you could have a fire. I've lost a couple batteries because they overheated from doing that, so I never do that. Alright, so wear a glove, because these little, I'll show you when I take these off, they're like razor blades. Just pull it right out of the case, just like that. First thing I do is cut the red wire. Sorry, I'm looking through, I gotta look through my glass, I can't see with the phone. So I cut the positive, and then the negative, and then the two balance wires. Boom. The next thing I do is, while I'm at it, is remove all plastic tape, paper tape. You want your battery to be as smooth as possible, so that it doesn't get, when you have to, if you have to replace it in the battery pack, it will slide right out. So I remove every sticker I can. Now you need to find the brake side. Notice that these are together. This is not, they're just paper lines, so you need to break this one apart from it. So this is how I do it. That breaks the paper. Then you got your separator. Obviously get rid of that. Now you flip it over, and you're looking for the single black wire, because that's usually what is on this. See, I gotta have to get that off. And I pull this paper insulator right off, the whole thing, if I can. And then open that and drop the other separator. Now you're left, I try to make this because I don't want to short it. I don't want to short the wire out. I try to make this as short as possible. So now I do both ends, so there's no chance of a short. Now you see the paper on here, or the plastic, you don't want that on there. So what you need to do is pull that up and take the plastic off. That's just going to get in the way of you building your battery. So next, I'm sorry if this isn't totally in focus, but I don't think it's going to be that bad. I'm looking right through a magnifying glass so I can see better what I'm doing. Alright, with the pliers, you get down to the base and you roll up the connector, and that will get your cleanest break from the battery. Those little pieces of wire, little pieces of nickel that connect the batteries, are like razor blades, so do not handle them. What I usually do is I pry them up, break them free, see how clean they are, and then throw it in there. And I just put that one battery, so I have two hands, and the battery box, and I do the same with this side. Now, whoop, look at that. Now, I just pulled that tab off, and now you see right there, there's some left over. So what you do is you take your plier and gently pull it out. You can use the big pliers on that, but I find it easier with the smaller ones because you get under it. At least that's for me. I take that battery I put down, as you see. Pulls it off nice and neat. Grab it with your glove when you're throwing it away, and throw it away because you don't want to step on it. I'm telling you, that stuff is sharp. Throw the battery over there. Now I got one that I wanted to show you how to do that other, so let's do it again. This is with the battery out of the case. First I cut positive to the negative as short as I can to the battery to avoid any shorts. If at any time any of these batteries that you take out get warm or start getting hot, separate them immediately. I put mine on my driveway. It cooled off after a while, but I threw it right away because I know that wasn't going to be a safe battery. Most of the time when you're charging these batteries, they will not get hot. Hot meaning like almost burning to the touch hot. Warm is okay. Hot, like burning hot, don't touch it. That, get rid of the battery. That will most likely blow up on you. Sometimes this paper is a pain in the butt. There. Alright. Well, at least I found a way to film this. I just set it right on top of the magnifying tool I have. Gives me light so you guys can see it also. Now see, this one doesn't have the paper across, it has the plastic, so do the same thing as you see. Do not cut these, you might get a short. Cut it across here because it's not connected. Not connected directly. Alright, and then this fell apart already. Now I do the ends first to avoid any kind of short. It's got plastic on it. I'll get that up. There we go. And like I said, you roll it up. Try to do it as slow as you can so you don't get any pieces left on there, because sometimes that's a pain in the butt. Yeah, nice and clean. And now I separate the battery. Clean. And separate this tin from the battery. Clean. Push it to the garbage. I'm telling you, it's important to get it in the garbage. Don't let it fall on the ground. It will cut your feet like to pieces. Alright, see this little example. Find this edge. Pull it up. I know this might be medial to some people, but I'm sure some people have never even thought of doing this, and of all the times I've tried and learning the process of splitting the batteries apart, I find this the most efficient way. And that's how you do it. I'll take a quick look around. Here's my battery charging system. I put all my batteries that need charging on this side, including the ones I just made. Putting on the charger. This is my discharge capacity checker board. And these right here are all the ones that are charged and need to be charged. And the ones in the back, those are my 2,000 plus milliamp hour batteries. 4 of those together give me anywhere from 114 to 148 amps. Those are my 1900 milliamp hour batteries. I'm going to need 5 of those to get 114 amps. Over there, should have been here. Those are my 1800 batteries. Once again, I'll need 5 of those to make 114 amps. And those are the back of the 1700s. And I'll need 5 of those too to get at least 114 amps. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, that should give me 400 amp hours of power once I fill them out. So that's my system.